On my way to Camden today to check out the new co-working space. Then I might get a desk and as part of the Camden Collective initiative thing. It's hard to talk about the tentacle zone because it sucks that it went under. What Payload created was pretty special. They did an incubator, but also having a space that's dedicated to people making video games is very different to like a WeWork or something like that. Because there's making games and there's making money from games. And making money from games is a whole different skill. Things like knowing to apply for tax credits. Things about like knowing where to get an accountant, how to set up with publishers, and how to, you know, do the business of games. But also, you know, you've got a certain amount of money and it shrinks, and there's a hard reality to making games for money that doesn't occur with having fun. And I think that's the hardest thing. I think everyone should make games, like I think everyone should make art, but only a small number of people will ever be able to make a living making games. Similar with most art. And it's a tough gig. A ton of class issues, and there's a ton of like problems with that, but I don't think if you're making stuff for yourself that you should never necessarily rush to make it commercial. I do think you can get paid and not make a living doing video games, but there's just a big difference, there's a big gap. And so to have a co-working space or a collective that's operating to the same sort of parameters as you, is in the same sort of headspace, is just super healthy and super useful. So I'm hoping this Camden Art Collective is in that headspace and is in the related field. A big part of this is I'm trying to deal with my unmedicated ADHD. Co-working spaces really help with that for me at the moment. Looks like I found the place I'm looking for. So I feel I took some photos of the space. They should be up on the screen now. And I feel like somewhat guilty saying this, but I don't think it's going to work. I don't think I vibe with the space. The collective is awesome. There's a ton of like non-profits. There's some commercial companies. There's a pretty good mix. But ultimately, I think it's not my niche. It's not going to be the most productive for me. The travel time doesn't work out. Yeah, it's technically a free hop desk with the deposit and everything. And that's a great opportunity. It's a great resource. I kind of feel bad from taking that resource from other people when I've got better options, frankly. The space I have already got in a friend's studio is better than that space would be, even if my friend's not in most days of the week. So, yeah. I think I'm going to pass up on that opportunity. Sucks to spend sort of 4 hours of my day, 3-4 hours of my day sort of figuring that out. But hey, it gives me something to talk about, and tomorrow I'm going to try a temporary co-working thing that's set up a loading bar and is dedicated to video games. So let's see how that space works out.